What is up, guys? This is Chris Miner and Bradley 8 to 14, also known as Quandale Dingledorf. Yeah, he totally was here in the start of the video. Anyways, today's episode 12 of Fallout 276, almost 2 years old. Actually, the world is 2 years old. Pretty cool. And we're going over the updates, so obviously we're at 276. Inside, oh my god, nothing in the builds have changed, but Noah was here last time. That guy was here last time. But we have villagers running rampant all over the vault, which are just vault dwellers. And if we go to the overseer's office, we could see him here. Overseer. The beryllium agitator's leaking. Power drains too fast. Need to find one. Leave 276. He's referring to the vault reactor, whose beryllium agitator is only at 58, and it was at 80 something, or 62. You didn't even leave through the secret exit. Alright, now we're going up through the neighborhood. Nothing has changed in the neighborhood. But if we head up to the Red Rocket, on the right of it, we have my camp that's been overrun by raiders and is about to be exploded with tons of TNT. But if we go up to the Red Rocket, the garage door's now closed. And inside, I've moved, and I seem to be talking to the settlers about what? Well, I can only assume it's not a good topic. Maybe it's grim, has to do with death and destruction. And indeed it does, because Siren Head has moved from that hill that I used to stand on, and he's now back in the woods. I'm warning the settlers about Siren Head coming to utterly rip them to shreds. No new updates here. What? Actually, what the fuck? Makes sense. There's also new power lines stretching out in the distance. Going into the town, we have pretty drastic changes. First off, we have an electric box here which connected to these power lines, and those power lines connect to something else we'll show off in the video. But the Yellow Raiders have almost taken full control of the town as their own settlement, or base, torture camp, concentration camp for settlers, whatever they're gonna turn it into. They have their banners everywhere, walls everywhere. They're gonna kill anyone with snipers if they trespass. The super mutant camp is right here. And the super mutants themselves, Victor has recruited 7 mutants from the super mutant outpost, and he's taking them back to the main camp to lead a campaign to kill the raiders. We also have an update here. This flagpole has been turned into the statue of the American soldiers in Japan raising the flag. If we go left in the town, the Brotherhood outcast have taken down the Enclave's banner, and they have stepped inside the rubble of the Brotherhood's former secondary base. if we go to Nuka World, the Enclave soldiers have moved. Nuka World has not changed. It's under the Raiders' control. And here's the Enclave soldiers engaging in active firefight with the Brotherhood at the military base from Fallout 2 called Navarro. We have found Camp Navarro, yet so has the Brotherhood of Steel. This Brotherhood soldier was just killed. He's dropping his weapon. He's bleeding. This Brotherhood soldier is in cover calling for backup, saying, "We found an abandoned military base. There are Enclave combatants." Who will win the battle? Well, we can only find out next week. 2 versus 1. I also added this road barrier at this dead end of this road here. And the Brotherhood outcasts have not changed. Yeah. If we go over to Slocum's Joe, we also have another shop here, a 50s style diner with the gas station pumps at the front. So it's a gas station and a diner called Bert's Diner. It's a real thing in Maryland. Inside we have this round counter and chairs everywhere so you can get burgers and American food. Slocum's Joe has not changed. We have this very long new road coming down this way, if you didn't notice because it wasn't even there. Down this long road we have a bridge right here, just a basic green metal rusted bridge. There's nothing much out here yet, but we're going to definitely add some things later weeks. And the biggest addition to this week 12 is, or episode 12, we have a diagonal bridge here, is this Southern Maryland power plant. Not the Calvert County one in real life, just unnamed. This is not a recreation, it's just the general area, but we've rearranged literally everything. But this is based in Southern Maryland. It's a giant power plant. We have a giant cell tower here. Obviously not working because Verizon got nuked. They don't use these anymore. We have a helipad, a parking lot which is empty. I should have probably added a truck here. Probably will next week. As well as the main power plant building, we have electrical, different machinery and pylons on top of the building. On the side of this jutting out part, we have 3 giant, not destroyed, just rusted, nuclear steam stacks. Inside has water and catwalks where you can walk on, as well as this electrical box which goes to all of these power lines, which eventually lead up to the town. So this power plant was the main power source for the left side of the area, and West Tech worked as a power resource station too, which powered that area. Giant yellow tubing. The plant is obviously offline because we'll show you in a bit. Steam stacks outside, Maryland flag. Right here we have an office building where they would do the computing work and technical things of the power plant. Completely crushed in through the top. And as you can see, Bradley's pressing buttons, and that is because the power plant was powered, at least the machines and the mechanical things, not actually powering the nuclear things which did their own thing. However nuclear power plants work, whatever. 3 beryllium agitators, nuclear reactors, powered these 3 tubes, which would be fully orange lit up, but only one of them is still partially lit up. The others are completely depleted, 0%. And this single beryllium agitator left, which doesn't have enough power to power the entire plant, is at 87. So it's fairly high charged, but without 3, this power plant is completely dead in the water. Right here we also have half a suit of T-45 power armor. The rest rusted away or was taken by scavengers or lost through time. And that's... Oh, we also have dams. So if a radiation leak happened and it went into the water, these dams would stop it from spreading to the rest of the water and the rivers around the area. If we go back to Vault 276, we can now look at the right side of the map. Inside of these boxes, we have burnt out plutonium cores, and the reason the Chinese bomb did not go off is because they forgot to recharge or replace these cores. And the only plutonium cores left are, well, of course, inside Magma Labs. At the farm, the raiders have moved around. This guy has left the house. He's standing outside. This guy who had found his own personal power armor that he's not going to give to anyone else, he's very happy that he found it because raiders love their technology, no matter how messed up it is, because raiders don't have any actual knowledge of technology, so they just wear scrapped stuff. This is scrapped raider power armor. He's got it for himself. This raider has gotten some loot from raiding around this old man's farm before he died. He's harvested some wheat, radioactive wheat, from the farm to bring back to plant at the raider bases, as well as some scrap metal iron that he's taken off of various things in the farm to help make weapons or armor and things for the raiders. Garan Mining Headquarters has a lot more detail now, and it's also an oil plant because, you know, mining for fossil fuels and radiated materials like plutonium, uranium, whatever. Inside the plant we have some new things. Also, I've done some barriers around these parking lots and added more concrete. Inside of here we have a new room, which is the storage. They would have oil barrels in here, radioactive material barrels in here. It's got a caution sign. This would be their storage room. And there's a crack in the wall here with some radiative liquid leaks, glowing liquid. And inside, we are in the new mine of this area, which has been greatly expanded and blown open. Inside, we have glowing feral ghouls, used to be the miners of this area, where the radioactive material got to them, especially after the bombs. And in this fenced-off support beam area, we have the main mining section where the excavator, experimental still, would mine radioactive material, pickaxes. And down here somewhere we have Mick, who was the original guy and one of the miners here who wrote the book about the excavator, but he has succumbed to the radioactive fallout and the radioactive material down here. Also, in this area, we have a very small room with the power generator, beryllium agitator, and it's at 2%, which is why all the lights in this area are practically out. And once that 2% is gone, all the lights are turning off here. Up this staircase, we have security cameras here too. We have the main oil drill area for the, what is it? Fucking... Garahan Mining Headquarters. This is where they would get their fossil fuels. We also have a big logo of a pickaxe. Right here we have a small little office center for sending data down to the main mine to analyze it, you know, just communications. American flag, helicopter pad, where you could land up here, go down the mountain, or stay up top, as well as 3 oil drills, which have obviously stopped pumping oil. There's very little oil left in the world, and some of the few left in the state, at least in the southern part, was right here on the top of this mountain. And they were taking it, putting it in barrels, putting it in the storage room. Trucks would come up and they'd send it out to West Tech and military bases. Going down this road, which has been changed, the weathering used to be gray slabs, but we've changed it to back to the grass and gravel because that was the original way we weathered the roads in the world. But here at the Enclave operated and owned West Tech, we have another steam stack here, different design from the new ones. The production line is shut off, there's no more smoke coming out. If we go into West Tech before we look at the outside, nobody's inside the building, it's empty. And if we go to the power room, production is offline. Oh, it's online. That needs to be changed, but the production is offline. They've turned off the machines, and we are at 49%. It used to be at 52%, so they have used power creating these weapons and machines. And here we have the Enclave General standing in front of his current army. The Enclave soldiers that used to just wear black army armor, which would be full iron armor, but black. They have now been given the XO1s, and the higher ranking soldiers have been promoted and given suits of XO3 Hellfire. The XO1s have been given to the lower ranking soldiers, standard issue, as well as a vertibird here that they had repaired in the army color. This is a army vertibird. They are airlifting out 4 suits of unused XO3, taking it back to 351, or dispersing it to outpost. And out here, if we go to this Enclave patrol, we have soldiers in normal military armor and XO1. They are staring at the carnage that is happening. Also, this bridge has worn down more, according to Bradley. Here at the Brotherhood camp, it's complete carnage. The bridge has collapsed. Right here, one of the Brotherhood soldiers is being crushed to his death with his blood dripping down. And here, Elder Maxfield and his power armor is trying to make a last stand, doing anything to save that soldier, but he knows in the end he's going to have to flee because he won't be able to kill him without heavy artillery or air support. Other Brotherhood soldiers are taking the opportunity to run across this lake, and these others are waving their arms saying, "Hurry up, come on, it's not safe," and they're running across, running away. We also have some super mutants we forgot to cover in week 11 or week 10. Oh, week 11 actually. We have super mutants who are actually occupying this once working radio station. Well guys, that is the end of episode 12 of Fallout 76. I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and we'll see you in the next one.